This is CGTN, China Global Television Network.
We are on the ground here at the 3rd China International Import Expo in Shanghai. This is where the world's top companies gather to access the massive China market. China's recovery is strong, with sales here offsetting a global slump.
Our ambition is when we could become the #1 market for Nestle.
Really, our strong growth in China definitely demonstrates the China economic resilience.
And so our commitment to China is long-term. Our investment will continue to expand.
Innovation, e-commerce, and digital transformation. All of these are top of mind for business leaders here in China.
The digital transformation creates a lot of data. The need for data centers in China is tremendous.
You see, this is a transformation, and this transformation comes from China and is actually getting exported to the rest of the world.
Yet growth does not have to come at the expense of sustainability.
They have much more interest in terms of making better choices for life. Save energy, save water.
Exactly, is all about the greener mobility. So we believe that hydrogen is a good type of energy for tomorrow.
Join us this week as we explore the resiliency and dynamism of the Chinese economy, and as we take you through the future drivers of consumption growth in the world's second largest consumer market, here on BizTalk. Welcome everyone to BizTalk. I'm Michael Wong. We are here at the 3rd China International Import Expo in Shanghai. With all the uncertainty that we see in the global economy right now, China has provided certainty for international businesses as this country has effectively tamed the coronavirus. For all the business leaders that we spoke to, one thing is absolutely certain. Despite the global slump, China jumps. I mean, there is a very special focus on public health, right? Dedicated to public health, dedicated to epidemic prevention.
This year is special. We cannot talk about 2020 without talking about the pandemic, right? Yeah. So to have CIE this year is something really special and a clear signal how the Chinese government, together with the Chinese society, is managing the pandemic. So it's a privilege to be here. I think also mandatory to be in the second biggest economy in the world, present at such an event. And especially this year with all the focus on public health and also about opening the economy and drive the economy worldwide, I think it's just mandatory to be here. I think the COVID-19 situation teaches us that public health has a clear impact on the economy, right? You see now an extreme case, but overall everybody knows that if you have too many people getting sick, if you can prevent diseases, the economy is going to benefit from that. So public health is affecting everyone and everybody. So we are very committed to help the world and China, of course, to tackle really severe diseases and to prevent diseases moving forward.
Travel restrictions, job losses, and spending cuts. The global economy faces renewed uncertainties as the world bears witness to a resurgence in coronavirus cases in many parts of the world. But China's economy is ahead of the curve. Growth rebounded in the second quarter, and by Q3, activity has recovered close to pre-COVID levels. This is also why global industrial giant ABB has already signed up for next year's 4th Import Expo.
What is ABB bringing to this year's Import Expo?
So we already signed up for next year. This year we are concentrating on sustainable and reliable environment. I think this is very much in line with the development of China. And we are very much concentrating on smart cities, smart transportation, and smart living.
Let's talk about the China market, Pierre, because demand for ABB in the 3rd quarter, they were down in all regions except for here in China. China saw a strong rebound. Talk to us more about that. Why was the recovery so strong?
Well, actually the recovery in China for ABB was already in Q2. Like everybody else in China, a very slow start in the year because of normally the first quarter is low already, but especially this year because of the pandemic. But already in Q2, we saw a very good rebound of the business. And then Q3 and Q4, we see the volume and the business is already growing in relation to last year. Metro, for example, is many opportunities around the country. And then also the new infrastructure, the investment in data centers, in EV charging is picking up a lot.
Now, despite the fast pace of commerce here in China, it's becoming increasingly important that business and growth doesn't have to and should not come at the expense of the environment. Customers demand it, and business leaders understand it. This is the third year that Nestle is here at the Import Expo. What are you bringing to this year's event?
Look, Daja Hao, and we are very excited to be here. We are also showcasing our sustainability efforts, how we can protect the environment, that how we are using the recycled capsules to make sustainable chopsticks, Swiss knives, as well as in our booth there is a recyclable aluminum capsule cycle. So for us, it's not only enjoying great products, but we have to protect the environment for our future generations.
So Rashid, I also hear that you're investing in plant-based meat alternatives, and then now to plant-based meats. Why plant-based meats?
Globally, there's a growing opportunity in plant-based. Consumers will they will not do a meat replacement, that they will replace their meat with the plant-based. It would be an addition, and this is where we can play a big role. At the same time, we would be also working with our key customer in food service to offer consumer plant-based solutions, which is complementary to their normal diet. So, and we are very excited about that because this is part of Healthy 2030 again.
Maybe many people, they don't know that. We are doing R&D in hydrogen fuel cells since 15 years in France.
Michelin, more than just a tire company. A leader in material science, Michelin now has its sights squarely set on sustainability, aiming to make a sizable dent on reducing carbon emissions.
So Michelin doesn't want to be just known as a tire company, right? You guys want to be known now as a sustainable mobility company.
Yes, exactly. You know, we say that in Michelin, tomorrow everything will be sustainable. And we believe that this sustainability is based on our 3P approach. It's first of all people. We do that for people, by people. Second, planet. It means that everything that we are doing should protect, should be positive for the planet and for the future of our planet. And at the end, we are talking about the third P, which is profit. So all sustainable is based on the balance between 3Ps, people, planet, and profit.
And part of that sustainability drive, Cameron, is hydrogen. Why is Michelin focused on hydrogen?
So we believe that hydrogen is a good type of energy for tomorrow, which is green. We are doing R&D in hydrogen fuel cells since 15 years in France. So we are not a newcomer in this domain. We have a great know-how. That's why we decided now to put in place and implement concretely with some of our partners within a joint venture this our know-how in hydrogen fuel cell.
Going green, in vogue from tire makers to home decorators. The world's biggest home furniture retailer, Ikea, aims to use only renewable and recycled materials by 2030.
We have home deliveries going green, and China was the first market in the whole Ikea world that we deliver to our customers by electric vehicles.
Anna Pollock-Kuliga, CEO and president of Ikea China, shares her vision of slashing Ikea's carbon footprint here in China.
Anna, welcome to the show. Why did Ikea choose to bring sustainability, green, as the major themes to the Import Expo this year?
Sustainability is in our DNA since the beginning, and we have, of course, worked with sustainability for the many years across the value chain, from how we design our products, how we produce our products, how we deliver our products for the customer. So topic for us is for sure not new, but what we observe, especially after COVID period, that customer has raising concern about the health, about the nature, about well-being, and about connection to the planet, and I think this topic is more important than ever.
And Anna, what are you doing at Ikea to decrease your carbon footprint in this country?
By 2030, so actually 9 years from now, we're gonna inspire 1 billion people in the world to live more sustainable life at home with the limits of the planet.
Wow.
Secondly, we also would like to have be 100% circular and 100% climate positive. So we work very carefully and very consciously with the product materials. From what we produce our products. We're turning our stores to power stations. We have home deliveries going green. And Shanghai was the first market in the whole Ikea world that we deliver to our customers by electric vehicles, our products.
Up next on BizTalk, the imperative for companies to go digital. It's a must-have transformation to compete and crucial in spurring the recovery of business in China.
We are reinventing ourselves because Nestle in China has to be a data company.
We have also launched our WeChat food order system as well.
WeChat food service, so you're also delivering food to customers?
No, WeChat program to order food at the store.
Oh, wow,
yes.
Okay.
.360-degree profiles of industry movers and shakers, tech mavericks, and policymakers. We drill down on their success. We ask how they set strategy and how they navigate in an increasingly competitive market. Real talk, real business. Join the conversation. BizTalk, only on CGTN.
Now, one of the key reasons why the sales of multinationals here in China outperformed their global peers during this very tumultuous year is the acceleration of selling online. This is home to the world's largest e-commerce market. Articulating and executing a clear digital strategy is a must in order to survive. You can buy everything here at this exhibition booth. All you got to do is take out one of these, scan that, and you're good to go. Let's talk about the Chinese consumer, Rashid. How are you engaging the future consumers of tomorrow? The millennials, they are very picky. They are
Correct.
very demanding.
Correct.
How do you engage with them?
Look, the Chinese young consumers are the most discerning consumer I've ever seen. This is my 7th country with Nestle I'm living and working. So these 400 million plus consumers needs personalized products. So only having a good product is not enough. You need to be part of the lifestyle. And we are very excited, and this is the beauty of China, because China, everything is data driven. So as a company, we are reinventing ourselves, because Nestle in China has to be a data company so that you can really use that data to ensure that you are targeting to the right consumers. And that's why I think China is the best place to work.
I mean, is that why your innovation cycle is around 6 to 8 months here in China?
Absolutely.
I have to keep you on your feet.
Look, on the average, 4 years back, our innovation cycle was around 18 months. And then we realized it's too late, because in China, if, as you rightly said, within 6 to 8 months, if you don't innovate, if you don't renovate, the consumer will move on. And that's why this continuous consumer understanding and reinventing the portfolio by launching new products, bringing new contents, engaging them through different touch points, building ecosystem is the only way.
So in terms of reinventing products, reinventing your portfolio, where are you placing your future bets? Where are you investing in China?
Look, as I told you before, number one, the first thing is that we need to have a relevant portfolio. And within each category in which we are playing, you need to have different segments, because consumer is so discerning. For example, when people were staying at home during COVID period, suddenly the snacking category was growing because they wanted to stay at home and have healthy snacks. Same is for coffee. Within coffee, there are 11 different segments. So for us, we have to be a data-driven organization so that we can proactively anticipate, using the big data, the consumer trends, and across different categories, come up with innovative products, solutions, as well as experiences.
Michelin is also no exception when it comes to adopting digital innovations to ensure a safer journey. The sustainable mobility company is working towards the day when tires are intelligent enough to know just how roadworthy it is before a driver ignites the engine.
Okay, so you have the Vision Concept tire, but another grand vision that Michelin has is for all your products to be connected.
Yes.
Talk to us about the significance of that.
Yes, we would like all of tires tomorrow to talk with the ecosystem, to talk with the car, to talk with the people around, to talk to the driver. So it's a kind of tire should become a kind of IoT, if I may, because the tire, to make it simple for people who listen to us, to tell I'm tired, I'm in danger, the pressure is not good, or it's too hot. So we have these offers who are already implemented in China.
What I'm taking away is being more connected means safer drive for consumers.
Sure, for sure. So it means safer, first of all, because in real time, the tire can send any signals to the driver or to the fleet management. Once we have all this data, so we can analyze this data and have a better tire, more customized, and also better understand the usage of tires, because a tire is contact with the ground, and based on the usage, if you are going upward, downward, if it's raining, not raining, so the condition of usage of tire is different. So that's why we believe that a connected tire can bring more safety, can be smarter, and I hope tomorrow more greener.
Touch and feel, a key part of the furniture shopping experience. But Ikea also wants its customers to unleash their imaginations as well. The company's digital strategy brings together imagination with reality, using artificial intelligence to enhance the buying experience and to better reach its customers.
And how much did online sales surge during the peak time of COVID-19 and throughout the following few months? How important is digital to the China market right now?
Digitalization is one of our pillars, our focus. We opened in August last year a digital hub in China, which is a unique setup for Ikea Group worldwide, when we develop solutions in China for China market. We know that ecosystem here when it comes to retail is very unique as well. So we gradually introduced many new solutions to make our shopping experience very smooth, very seamless for the many customers.
How are you meshing technology into the shopping experience, Anna? Because apparently you're now using AI to also customize products for your customers.
Like I said, digitalization is one of our important aspects to leverage the whole shopping experience, because I still believe that the ecosystem of the many touch points, physical, digital, is very important to provide experience, a seamless experience, and unique experience. We use digital solutions across our offline and online business. AI is infused in our 3D planning tools to help customers plan our complex systems like wardrobe packs, like best of storage as well. And we have future plans as well. And not long ago, we have also launched our WeChat food order system as well. So it's inevitable. You have to embrace it, but it has to serve the bigger purpose. Yes,
WeChat food service. So you're also delivering food to customers.
No, WeChat program to order food at the store.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Okay.
Coming up next, the global sales of luxury brands may be out of the limelight right now due to the pandemic, but it's the opposite story for luxury houses in China.
And I think the Chinese are very positive about their future income for sure. And so we really be happy to deliver that strong growth.
In all the cities where we have our stores, and we are in 42 cities in China, we see continuous growth.
.360-degree profiles of industry movers and shakers, tech mavericks, and policymakers. We drill down on their success. We ask how they set strategy and how they navigate in an increasingly competitive market. Real talk, real business. Join the conversation. BizTalk, only on CGTN.
Global luxury spending has plunged because of the pandemic. Chinese tourists abroad accounted for some 2/3 of Chinese luxury spending, but that amount has dwindled due to the near absence of outbound travel and more duty-free shops set up directly in China. According to strategy consultancy Bain, total global luxury spending is expected to plummet by as much as 35% from last year's $300 billion in sales.
Let's talk about your financial performance, Jenny, because for the first half of 2020, sales were down by double-digit numbers in Europe, in the Americas, in Japan. But for H1 2020 here in China, sales were up 78%. How did you do it?
I think in China, really our strong growth in China definitely demonstrate the the China economic resilience and our Chinese consumers' resilience as well. And I think the Chinese are very positive about their future income for sure. And so we really be happy to deliver that strong growth. And there's a lot of few elements, of course. We've never stopped at our retail landscape expansion, even during and post this COVID occurred very early on in China. We'll continue to build our physical retail boutiques. Meanwhile, we also really accelerated our digital platform as well. So there's a lot of element. The 78% is also contributed a significant, strong digital e-commerce business. Right now, 9 of our maisons has already established their Tmall Luxury Pavilion flagship stores. And we're really seeing in China, our digital revenue in Q1 grow by 3 digits. So it's a fantastic business opportunity
Grow
for sure.
by 3 digits.
Yes.
Okay, so I guess digital really is truly central to Richemont going forward in this country. But are Chinese consumers really buying online directly, or are they doing more research online through various social media platforms and then also going to your store to really pick up the product?
Our group has really tapped into and be early adopter of the new technologies and really understanding the importance of digital into this luxury sphere. And so we are, definitely taking advantage and benefited from that as well. We engage clients through social media, through our own website, of course, information, a lot of brand history stories there. And definitely the transactions could happen anywhere. It could be in a physical boutique. It could be also online as well.
Global luxury fashion sales may not recover from COVID-19 until 2022, but luxury brands are doubling down on the China market through a boost in e-commerce and better combining the online-offline experience. Luxury purchases made online have increased throughout the COVID crisis, with digital sales potentially accounting for 30% of total luxury sales by 2025. According to McKinsey, China is set to account for around half of all global spending on high-end brands in 2020, up from 37% in 2019.
How has COVID-19 impacted Kering Group specifically?
In all the cities where we have our stores, and we are in 42 cities in China, we see continuous growth. All the brands have double-digit growth. And on our online channels, we even have a lot of brands have 3-digit growth.
Let's talk about online, because how important is digitalization for the Kering Group? We see that in the luxury space, a lot of brands are really going online. How has that changed or shifted your mindset, you think?
Yes, digital transformation is happening really fast. And first, it's driven by the consumers' needs. They actually not only research online for the product they like, but at the same time, I think the consumers really love the luxury experience. So in that sense, they wanted to be in our directly operated stores and really receive the care and the luxurious services that all the brands brings. So it's online offline is completely seamless for us, and we try to expand and accelerate our digital presence in China. All our brands like Gucci, like Bottega, a lot of the leading brands not only build the Chinese online e-commerce website, they are developing WeChat mini programs, and they are on all the third-party, luxury consumer platforms like Tmall, like JD.com and Xiaohongshu and all that.
Speaking of coming back to shop, it seems like there's going to be less Chinese consumers coming back to shop abroad because of the pandemic. There's going to be less Chinese tourists going abroad. Do you think that trend will continue even if COVID-19 is tamed, that more Chinese consumers will continue to stay at home because there are now duty-free shopping islands in this country?
Yes, I think the trends of repatriation, which means Chinese consumers really spending more of their money in the mainland, has been a trend for over some time. I think the pandemic, it just accelerated that. And definitely the growth of this year's brands really attributed a lot to from the repatriation, and also the government free port policy in Hainan has added tremendous engine to grow. And we really see travel retail as a very very important channel for us. So we're looking at the situation not only in Hainan, but also along a lot of the travel hotspots where there's a new pattern for Chinese consumers to travel and to shop. So we need to quickly adjust our retail network and to support our consumers wherever they choose to shop.
Consumption now contributes to nearly 60% of China's GDP growth. Through all the hustle and bustle, this has now become the world's second largest consumer market. But absolutely, more can be done in terms of boosting further consumption growth in the Chinese economy. And finally, Asghar, what do you think are the major growth drivers of the pharmaceutical industry in China?
Look, I think the major growth driver, end of the day, is innovation and broader access. Look, we have a huge acceleration of reimbursement in China, the so-called NRDL, the National Reimbursement Drug List. So we have every year a round of negotiation. I have to say these negotiations are not so easy, but okay, fair enough, it is what it is, right? But then in theory, the entire population has access to these products. The devil is in the detail of the execution, but overall, I think that's the right trend. If you ask me about growth, but also if you ask me about how our growth could be associated with a better treatment outcome, reimbursement is the key element here. So that means we are very committed to work together with NHSA, but also with the medical community to provide our products to the broadest possible population in order to achieve the best possible treatment outcome. It's all about people, right? In a country that size, with a population which obviously also gets older and has increased healthcare demands, the only way to cover this population is the digital way. You could build thousands of additional brick and mortar hospitals, but it would never be enough for so many people. It would never be enough doctors and nurses and everybody available. So a digitalization of the healthcare structure is basically deloading the hospitals and give the patient the opportunity to get a good service, consultant, but even sometimes prescription and continuous prescription in an online way. With the 5G technology, even future-oriented diagnostic would be possible. Look, moving forward, I'm pretty sure China will have, in a few years, the most modern healthcare system in the world.
How did Ikea sort of cope through the peak periods when the epidemic was present here in China? How did you manage through all of that?
20 months ago, we have announced our biggest transformation for China market when we introduced digitalization, accessibility, new services, and of course, when pandemic outbreak, we were in the full swing to prepare for the future. I strongly believe that COVID outbreak was a true test for leadership, for humanity across the world. After 1 month, we gradually started to open the stores. And of course, during the pandemic, we kept our digital channels open. At the same time, in March, we have launched our app to the market, to China market. We have, of course, started to test our shop on Tmall as well. And we think across our brands as a multi-network and ecosystem of the all touch points where we can really deliver the same values, the same brand experience, the same fantastic range.
In terms of China's market positioning for Nestle around the world, this is the second largest market for Nestle, but it's still growing very fast, right?
So look, we are the second largest market, and our ambition is when we could become the #1 market for Nestle.
And it's achievable, you think?
Look, for me, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. Whereas 5 years, 10 years, China, 1.36 billion people, we are in 15, 16 categories, #1 or #2. Consumers want to have new experiences, they want to enjoy food, they want to take care of their health. And we have the portfolio, we have the nutrition, health, science behind us, and we are very excited that it's a matter of time that we will become the #1 market.
And Cameron, it's not just about tires for Michelin. Are you working on more Michelin food guides for more Chinese cities?
Yes, exactly. Because a part of going beyond tire is also all about red guides and gastronomy. And recently we just announced the Red Guide 2021 for Shanghai. And we have a plan to go to move forward to this direction. I cannot tell you about all cities that our great inspectors are inspecting today, but we would like to develop and to be a part of this developing Chinese gastronomy in upcoming years, definitively.
Do you have a favorite Chinese dish?
Yes, hot pot.
Hot pot.
Yes.
You can't go wrong with hot pot.
Yes, exactly.
Cameron, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for your time.